Hello, everybody, and welcome to another episode of United Talks podcast. And today we're going to be doing the takeaway show with regards to Man United's game win against Nottingham Forest. It was an interesting game. We basically won Nottingham Forest 3-2, but then it was a game of two halves where we got to see two different sides of the team. And basically that victory at Old Trafford is our final home game of the season. We got to bid Casemiro a farewell and all of that. But also, we're going to talk about Bruno equaling the assist record of the pitch. He's the assist king and the chance creator this season. And we've also secured our third place finish in the Premier League ahead of the Champions League. Also, it's going to be super interesting how the game or how the season ends right now, because Michael Carrick has most likely been confirmed as Manchester United new head coach. Now, number one takeaway we're going to talk about is Bruno Fernandes. Bruno Fernandes is the assist king, basically. Right now, I found out that obviously he is 2 assists away from breaking the record of top assists in a single season in the top 5 leagues. And that is wonderful because basically he has achieved 20 assists in Premier League, equaling the same assist record as Henry and Kevin De Bruyne. But then, obviously, he is more of the kind of player you call the perfectionist and the mentality and leadership, basically monster, right? So credit to Bruno Fernandes for achieving that. Number 2 takeaway for today is Luke Shaw, who is the catalyst. And one amazing thing about Luke Shaw this season is the fact that Luke Shaw has been the most featured Man United player this season. He has been, consistent. He played all Premier League games this season and all of that, despite being so injury prone and everything in between. Now, Luke Shaw, his opening goal set the tone for the match, and basically it was also important when it came to tactical flexibility and Shaw's return to form. He's been, in consistent form for the longest time. So yeah, credit to Luke Shaw for that wonderful performance as well. Takeaway number 3 is Matheus Cunha. He's the clutch monster. His goal was decisive amidst the pressure, because obviously Manchester United had already scored and Forest had equalized, and then it was now left for someone like Matheus Cunha to come through when Mbeumo was supposedly, they spent 3 minutes analyzing that, supposed to have handled the ball, but then at the end of the day, Matheus Cunha took the chance when it was needed. He's got into double figures, him and Mbeumo and Benjamin Sesko as well. His scoring ability and his partnership with Mbeumo was very key in that one and very vital. Which takes us to takeaway number 4, securing third place. Third place is secured, considering how Liverpool and Aston Villa had performed over the last couple of days and over the weekend and everything. So third place done, dusted, and finishing third in Premier League. In some quarters, it's seen that Man United are the third best team in the Premier League, but yeah, we want to be the best all the time. We also need to emphasize on the progress that this Carrick project has made. In as much as we want to see more, we expect more, but he's won games and that has excited the fans. Most of the fans are super excited about how Michael Carrick has, carried himself, and how Michael Carrick has made it possible for the team to actually win games and everything in between. So yeah, securing third place, credit to Michael Carrick. Also, Fabrizio Romano has confirmed that he got the job, so it is what it is. Now, we also have to look at takeaway number 5, which is the defensive resilience of the team. Even when under pressure, the defense was leaky because we considered 2 goals. We were standing at some point. Elliot Anderson had 2 assists, played the ball, and Morgan Gibbs-White got the goal. That was, basically just disheartening for me to see. But we have to also talk about that defense, despite the pressure, they were still able to deliver. We also need to talk about the key contribution of Casemiro, Lisandro Martinez, and Lomans in the save, one-on-one save, as well as Kobe Mainoo in his defensive contributions in the team and all of that. So it was super interesting and it was wonderful. If you want to see all about the defensive contributions of the team, go check out our player ratings video and you basically understand what I'm talking about when it comes to defensive contributions. So yeah, key contribution of Casemiro, he's going to be let go, obviously, at the end because his contract is done. But it is what it is. We're going to go to 3 bonus insights into this, and that is the the Lomon's tribute to the team spirit, which is highlighted by his celebration. Basically, after Bruno got that 20th assist, so Lomon's ran the full stretch of the pitch to celebrate Bruno Fernandes. Like I said, when Bruno scored that goal, nobody was celebrating. I mean, when Cunha scored that goal, nobody was celebrating. Was it Cunha? No, it was Mbeumo. When Mbeumo scored that goal, nobody was celebrating Mbeumo for scoring. They were celebrating Bruno for getting the assist. So yeah, Lomon's actually took part in that celebration, and it's wonderful to see. Also, there's a culture and vision under Carrick, which people are beginning to see. But then you have to think about it. That defines how Carrick sees the game. Doesn't mean that he's the best man for the job. But the truth is, we have to give credit where credit is due. Carrick has won games. He's won 11 of his 16 games as Man United manager. And I think 7 of 8 games are at home. So that's no mean feat. But we'd like to see more when the season kicks off. And then that's the new season rather. Then the bonus insight number 2 is the Mbeumo Cunha chemistry, understanding the synergy between Mbeumo and Cunha, and basically what it means for future matches and all of that. We have to talk about this. Mbeumo and Cunha have been very phenomenal this season. They've been very important to the team and how they've basically helped build this team. They've got double figures as well. Sheshko, albeit injured, still got double figures and everything in between. So Lomon's performing really well. We've been conceding goals, but we need to stop that leaky defense, and we need a midfielder who can do the job. So, but we have to understand the synergy between both of them and the importance for the future and everything in between. Now we have to talk about also Mbeumo and so Mbeumo and Cunha for the future is a good thing. And obviously, Mbeumo needs to pick up form, which is where he seems to be lacking a lot and probably lagging behind. Not forgetting Amad Diallo and all of that. We also have to talk about Carrick's in-game management, which is the third insight, which we saw in the first half. It was a bit more of controlled possession, controlled chaos, and everything. It's like we're trying to stop Nottingham Forest in their stride. But obviously, Michael Carrick changed things up, and it became more of a transitional game. The counter-attacking and the ranges of passing and driving forward was very neat and tidy. We have to talk about that as well. So yeah, it's really, really, really interesting. His in-game management, the tactical substitutions to actually maintain the lead. But then obviously it felt that we had a gaping hole in the midfield. But at some point, it just came up to be one of the good things that we could see in the game, that we could actually get a win and everything in between. So yeah, it is very good. He has this kind of proactive management style that he probably most likely took from Steve Holland, but it's one of those things. With regards to positive spins and everything, let's look at 3 positive spins before we wrap things up here. There was the nervous finish, which is kind of basically a gift. It was good and it was also bad, because it is very important that we finish up games. Games need to be finished really quickly and completely. So it was important to basically finish the game, even though we were nervous in the end and it was a nail-biting performance. But then we edged, like I said, gilt-edged chances, which we took. We missed a lot of chances. Bruno could have got more assists, but it is what it is. Positive spin number 2 is that there's the defensive shuffle, the strength and depth across the squad, which needs to be improved by just the mere fact that we need to sign players to actually just kind of take us to the next level and to lift the floor, the technical floor of the defense. At this stage, or at this point, it is safe to say that we needed more players in all positions. We're talking defenders, midfielders, and even attackers. Experienced striker, a left back, or most likely bring back one of our own, and most likely a centre back. We need a centre back, or we have Eddie Heaven and Leniero, then we need a backup for them, or maybe if we depend on Dalot coming back in September. But then we need one more centre back. We need most likely a right back, and then we need 2 midfielders. Then we also have to look at the VAR check, which is the third insight, the VAR check. And when it was VAR drama, because when it comes to Manchester United, these guys basically just do anything they want, right? And yeah, super interesting. Super interesting. So speaking of VR drama, it was there for all to see the way Man United basically got the opportunity and we scored, and then VR started checking frame by frame. Meanwhile, other teams like Arsenal will get away with stupid red cards and everything in between. But it was one of those games where we would just see it and we're like, yeah, these guys have it out for Man United, because barely 24 hours after, then VR Pogba will actually come out to say basically that it was a mistake that they awarded the penalty. But then my question to them is, how did Mbeumo know that Nico Williams was behind him to move his hand down? His hand is making a natural movement to his body. He's not making a natural movement out to actually basically make his body bigger, right? He's making a natural movement to his body, and the ball already hit his thigh, his midriff, and his arm. So the rule is clear for all to see, to say that, you know, if the ball hits another part of the body and hits his arm, then it's not a penalty, a handball or a foul. But it is what it is. It's one of those things that we have to just kind of, because Man United, when it comes to VAR, they focus on Man United. When it comes to other teams, they trust that the ref cannot make the right decision. But I was glad that the ref made the right decision in this one, because the ref actually said, it was said in the commentary that the ref basically did not go with the decision that was made by the VAR, and the VAR left it at his discretion, and he went against their own and stuck with the call that was made on the field of play. So credit to the referee as well. With regards to the final thoughts on all of that, it was a game that we got to see two halves, and obviously I've given you the stats and all of the games and everything in between, but it was a game that we got to see two halves, and we got to see a protective, structured, well, I won't say structured, like a protective kind of controlled style of play in the first half. We're sizing them, sensing them, feeling them, and then we moved on to a chaotic, transitional, fast counter-attacking style. That was kind of what it seemed to commentators as entertaining, but for me, I feel like without the structure, it is really difficult to actually sustain these attacks. But it is what it is. Let me know your thoughts and feelings in the comment section. We'll go on and on talking about that and everything. But if you haven't already, please do like, share, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you don't have to miss anything as relates to all things about Manchester United. I'll see you on the next one. Take care, goodbye, and God bless.